Hey, my name's Eric Shelman, and Eric A. Shelman if you follow me as an author. Hopefully you do. That's why you're here, I think. Anyway, I want to tell you about some of my books. I'm really excited to have a new release. I'm really excited about. I'll tell you about that last. First book, Out of the Darkness, the story of Mary Ellen Wilson. This is a story about a little abused girl from 1874 who was rescued by the SPCA. Follow-up book, case number 1, Mary Ellen Wilson Files. This book is basically this is kind of like a novel, kind of written like a novel, so as you get into the story you kind of relive the whole event. This one is all the factual data, so if you don't want kind of a fictionalized version of the story, not really fiction, it's all true, but interspersed with fictional dialogue and stuff. If you don't want that, throw it aside and get this one, case number 1, the Mary Ellen Wilson Files. Pretty fascinating read about a pretty important thing in history, beginning of the child protection movement. All right, those are my first 2 books. The next one I wrote was A Reason to Kill. Wrote it, stuck it on the shelf for 10 years. What's wrong with me? I have no idea. Serial killer novel about Frank Swanson and a woman named Olivia Rainey. Pretty interesting if you like that kind of thing, and hopefully you will. All right, next book. This is another book I started. It's Generation Evil. Must be a terrible title because for some reason nobody buys this book, and I'll tell you what, it may be one of my best books. It's a witch novel, but it's no Harry Potter. This is about reincarnating witches who find that they have to venture into a past life to find out what their purpose is. They keep reincarnating generation after generation, and they have no idea why. So that's the whole kind of premise with this book. And so there's 4 characters who actually become 8 characters through their past lives. And then they initially are 4 characters back in Andover, Massachusetts, back in the 1600s. So essentially it's 3 characters for every one of the 4, so there's like 12 characters. Just forget it, you know. But it's a good book, in my opinion, and why wouldn't I think so? Okay, now let's get into the zombie series. This is my Dead Hunger series. This is the first book in the series, Dead Hunger. This is, I've got a subtitle on it, The Flex Sheridan Chronicle. You see that guy right there? That's Flex. Flex, Jem, Charlie, Hemp, and little Trina with the gun. So this is a zombie series, but I call it a crossover zombie series because you don't have to like zombies to really get into Dead Hunger, because it's really about the characters. And you'll notice, this one is this thin, right? Well, the second book in the series is this thick. This is Dead Hunger, Dead Hunger 2, the Jem Cardoza Chronicle. Jem is the one there on this side with the gun, and this book is told in Flex's voice. This book is told in Jem's voice. So this is a really, this was a cool follow-up in my opinion. I loved writing both of these books. It was just like firestorm off my fingers, and I really enjoyed that. Love the artwork by Gary McCluskey, by the way. He does a beautiful job on this stuff. He also did the Generation Evil cover, which may look some familiar. I did, strangely enough, the Reason to Kill cover. And at this point, I'm not going to blame Gary for my Generation Evil not selling. I will blame you, because you're the reader, and while you're eating up my zombie novels, you're not really getting into my witch novel, which I would dare you to try. Double, triple dog dare you. Okay, now, this is the one that I haven't gotten print yet, so I can't, you know, dazzle you with the print version, but this is Dead Hunger 3. And I'm very excited about Dead Hunger 3. First of all, the cover is freaking awesome, and I don't know if I'm holding it in the right place at all, but let me tell you, the cover kicks ass, and this is Gary McCluskey's best cover for my books yet. Beautiful. It's got, now this one is told in Hemp Chatsworth voice, and there's a little surprise midway, so you get a couple of different voices in this. But the dog in the middle is Bunsen, and that's Charlie, Hemp, and Bunsen on the cover there. And there's some zombies low on the horizon. But anyway, this, again, the whole series, and it's not just a trilogy. Initially it was going to be, but it's going to be a full series of books, and I've already got some young adult novels in mind that are going to spin off of this. One of my characters, Dave Gammon, is going to take off and on his own with his sister. Perhaps another female partner, you know, I like to mix it up, and it's going to be cool. So stick with me, see if you try it. Try one zombie novel. If you get into those characters and you like it and you can stand the word fuck and the word shit, you're in there, because that's really all it takes. If you can handle those two words, you can pretty much handle anything in the book. If you don't mind gore and a little bit of violence, but also some love and happiness and laughter and sadness, and you get it all, because I like to write the way people live. You know, I like to write real life. So even if you suspend disbelief long enough to believe there are zombies, and many people in Florida do believe they are coming anyway, go ahead and give it a shot. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I appreciate it, and try my books. Why not? That's why I spent this, whatever it was, 5-7 minutes. Let's just guess it's 7:29, and then I'll stop the camera. All right, see you later. EricShelman.com.